Tell him you've been bad. You had to go in your cage because you was tearing up stuff. Get up here. Today's the day I found the Indian head penny in the end scraper and knife. I'm heading to the pottery site now. I had to eat lunch. But Squirrel Daddy's all worked up. Tell him. Is this Squirrel Maniac? You didn't like that, did you? Well, I didn't like getting woke up this morning with some little runt scratching on the door, waking me up when I'm tired from digging. What? You gonna do it? What a maniac. You didn't like that upside down, did you? What? He's a good boy, though. How could you get mad at him? How could you get mad at this good-looking boy? How could you get mad at him? Well, anyway, I'll get back with clips on the river, whatever I find. We're going to look for some more of that ornate pottery. I love that. Well, anyway, and I'll show you the other that I found on the last trip there. Maybe we'll go for... Well, he jumped and knocked it out of my hand and scratched me. You're in trouble. Scratch me. Didn't you? Tell him you scratched me on the shoulder. Well, anyway, I'm heading out. Look at him. You know you're in trouble. Knocked the GoPro out of my hand. Man, these claws are sharp. You can see them there. They're like little raptor claws. I like you too. He thinks he's in trouble. Look, he's hiding. You in trouble? You in trouble, Squirrel Man? Come on out. Come on. See, you got me. That hurt, buddy. Alright, folks, later. Alright, I had to walk back to my kayak and get my GoPro. I got an artifact laying out up here. It's in the water. It's a little blade. There's another flake. I just found an Amos, like, I don't know, a week and a half ago, made out of that kind of stuff. But do you see it in the water there? It's washed right off the shore here and been sucked down. It's right here. It's a nice little blade. It ain't bad. Looks like a preformed to a point. It's almost finished. A little bit more work on it. That's not bad. Laid out. Alright, I haven't even got this screen down. I'm in a pretty good layer here. Ain't a big area, so I'm gonna sift it down and see what we got, but I got a nice piece. Nice end scraper. See if you see it. See it there? Right here. Alright. Look at that. Nice lip on that. You can even see where it was hafted. See where it was hafted up to there into a handle? Alright, that's a classic Amos tool. Alright. Got a nice little knife now this. All within about, I'd say I've been here 40 minutes. And I'm gonna go someplace else too. We're on our way to a video. I'll look through the rest of this and do some more screens in here. There's lots of fire rock right on the edge of the water. This is the spot I'm on. You can see I sifted clear out into the water. Here's the base clay. All for one end scraper. I got my screen loaded up there. I did about this much up further too. This is what you got to do, one end scraper. I always show my flint after the hunt. Here's what I got. I'd say I've been here 2 hours and 20 minutes sifting. And I forgot my water, so that's why I'm leaving. I'm gonna go someplace else. It's pretty hot. But got all these flakes. Got this nice little knife laying out. It's not bad. It's a nice little tool. And I got this beautiful little thumb scraper. It's not it's a hafted one. It's not used in the hand. It was, you can see right where it was hafted. Probably into a wood or bone handle, and you can see the curved lip to it. It was used as a little scraper. Maybe for scraping hods. Who knows? Could have been used for woodworking. Lots of uses for these. It's got that dorsal ridge down the back of it, which is classic. That's a nice little tool. It's real sharp on the edge too. That's nice. I'm gonna go probably to that pottery site next, so there'll be more clips on here. But I think I got a coin here. what I do, I cruise along in my kayak in shallow water and look at all without even getting out. But see it right there? Huh. It's a coin. And it's an Indian, folks. It's an Indian head penny. You see how green it is, but it's... Oh, right. That's a good find. This, I found like a button here in my sifter. It's like military, a little one. I think somebody said it was English. It's maybe from the First World War or something. But you can see the Indian head right on it. It's 1895. It's nice condition. You can see it's got some corrosion on it, but it'll clean up. All right, an 1895 Indian laying out. Heck yeah. Glad I was just cruising through here in my boat, looking down and looking for Arrowhead, and saw this. I find coins every now and then, especially in this gravel. Right there you can see the Indian clearly. 1895. We got a date even. Alright. It's about 95 degrees, but there's a little breeze going, so it isn't as bad as the dump at least. Go out here and see what I can get. I'll get back on my first find later. Alright, I'm loading my screen up here. I moved a bunch of logs and stuff out of here, and there was pieces of cement block in here, and I can feel a nice layer of fire rock in the sand here that's eroded out of this bank right here. We'll do this screen live. Really laid this up. See, there's midden shell. It's ancient shell. That's like 800 to 1,000 years old out of a midden, and there's bone in it because the calcium of the shell preserves all the bone, unlike it does any place else. The bone just dissolves, but the calcium preserves it. And there's points in it, not as much, but there should be pottery in every screen. There's pottery all over the place. I think the piles of shell here were piles of shell that they had piled up like a midden, and then they were making pottery right around it. See, there's more shell on that. You can tell it's old shell because of the thickness of it. The pollution in the river, the shell isn't nearly as thick as it was in ancient times, and all the brown cortex, the shell coverings off of it, none of that remains on the old shell. None of the cortex. After you handle the old shell, you can tell. See, there's fire rock on that. We'll do one more shovelful and then we'll sift this down, see what we got. Feels good in here. I'm just gonna work right along the water's edge. See, there's a bunch of sticks and stuff in here. You gotta float all that off. See, there's fire rock in there. Screens look good. See the ancient shell. Get this fire rock. See, there's a little flake right there. There's a little flake. Could be anything on a site like this. There's another flake right there. Let's see my, well, right there's my piece of pottery. Every screen's got pottery. Right there's a piece. Don't have no engraving on it, but I'm taking it. We'll try to fill another frame of pottery here today. Every screen has at least one piece. I don't see any points or anything. I'm hoping to find a nice Mississippian cultural period point here to go with the pottery. Right there's another piece of pottery right there. It's out of an ancient pot. Right here's another piece. You have to really look at these screens. The pottery's all stained up. Right there's another little tiny finishing flake. Right here's another one. Right here's one. You can see in all the ancient shell out of the bank. Right here's, well, right there's another broken point. And you see how long it took me to see it. Another Mississippian point. First screen of the day. See it? Right here. Would have been nice. Ah, that stinks. Look how nicely it's made. Tip gone, just like them other ones I found. See, there's another little finishing flake. Oh, that stinks. True bow and arrow point. Tip dinged. Well, anyway, I'll get back. I'll look through the rest of this. I don't see nothing else, but look at that. One screen, pottery flakes, and a broken point. Later. Man, look at this. There's just pottery everywhere. Look at the white shell in that piece there. Whole handful. That's that right out of the curved side of a pot. Right there's another piece. It'll lighten up. It's black because it's been in that decaying stuff. There's just shell and pottery everywhere in here. Folks, do you see this? I just got like a 5-inch drill. 4.5 anyway. Do you see this? Here's a day maker. Oh man, folks. Oh man, look at this right here. Look at this drill. Wow. Yeah, we got a nice piece to put with the pottery now. Holy crap, it's all tan. This is just like the pottery, all stained up. Man, that's not a day maker, is it? That's a big drill. That's 4.5 inches. Little crude, but it's still awful nice. Look at that. Wow, folks. Wow. That's Mississippian, and I haven't even got this screen down. We got a broken triangle, now we got that big drill, and they were probably using that to drill shell. Oh man. Look at that pile of pottery. I'll get back if there's anything else in here. I saw that right away. That's unbelievable. Later. See how all the shell, the ancient midden shell, is all stained up with that black decaying stuff? But look here, big piece of midden bone, huge pieces of pottery, flakes of flint, all in the screen with the drill. I'm just looking this down. See, there's more pottery right there with shell still in it. Right here's another little tiny piece. I'm taking it all. Here's another flake of flint. This place is just loaded. You know, it's a shame that the points aren't all whole. See, there's another flake. And they're not like all Jack's Reef points. See, there's another little piece of pottery. Little core right there. Every screen has artifacts. Every screen. There's bone in almost every screen too up here. I'm a little bit different spot than where I was on the last trip up here, where I found the real ornate pieces of pottery. But this is nuts. This is a really good place to look. Look at that. No, this is a 1,000-year-old jaw off something those Indians killed and ate. There isn't any doubt. I can tell by the bone. It's been preserved by that shell. It's got the teeth in it too. Wonder what that is. Huh. It's pretty cool nonetheless. Knowing where it come from. That'll go in one of the pottery frames. That's cool. And the 4-inch drill. I got a little piece of pottery there. I'm taking it all. I got my first awesome piece of pottery. If I'll put the video at the end where I was here and found engraved pieces. You know, see, there's a big, look at this out of the screen already. There's a crude blade, piece of shell tempered pottery, another flake knife, a bigger piece of pottery, Look at that pile of it, plus that drill, the broken point, and right here. Look at this. Look at that rim off of it with the knot on it. Shell tempered. Man, I'm getting a nice look at the shell tempering. It looks like that other piece I found with the handle, but this is a different pot. Hold on, I got something biting me. Look at that. It's a rim off the top of a pot. It's got that, I thought it was an eagle head for a minute, but it's, man, that's very, very cool. Very cool. Man, folks, this place is pretty much a cultural heritage site. All that variety of pottery, and some of it's engraved and got designs on it. Flint tools, bone, and I haven't even been here very long. I'll get back at you on the next find later. Alright, there's another incised piece of pottery. You can see it there. It's got designs all in it. Probably had a picture on it or something. I'm trying to find as much of this as I can so I can see. There might even be animal designs, like foxes and who knows what. Man, that's pretty interesting. This is the rest of the screen of the incised piece of pottery, and look, there's another one with 2 lines going in it. Shell tempered. There's a scraper. This is a Madison point. It didn't look like much, but it's all blown apart. It's fire popped, but look at all that pottery. It's all shell tempered. I mean, I got a pile of it here that's, and look, that drill's really lightening up. That's awesome. See, that piece is even lightening up. See the real big piece of pottery in here? I'm still finding it in every screen. I haven't found a flint piece for a while. Right here. Look at that big piece. Still has all the shell in it. That's a huge one. It's 1,000-year-old pottery. Mississippian cultural period. I'm looking, right there's another piece. Look at that. Shell all in it. Man, I've got a whole frame of pottery again. We'll frame it up when I get back and put that drill in with it. See the circular holes in it? It's all been drilled, but it's all leached apart and just ruined. It's laid down here out in the midden in the displaced material here in this muck, and it's destroyed it. There's a big piece of pottery, and these are all flakes. That piece right there's, see, it's translucent. I'm finding lots of flakes, lots of pottery. Look at this pile of pottery. Unbelievable. There's a broken Madison down in there I got right off the bat. You see how dark it is. It's been laying in that muck, but man, that's a lot of pottery. There's bone in it, but I did get this. Wow, pretty awesome, huh? That's a huge drill. And I got another rim that's awesome, so we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna do a few more screens and I'm gonna have to get out of here. I dig all day and it's 95 and my lower back is hurting. It's hurting bad, but I try to suck it up for as long as I can. You can see all the shell out here in the water. I've kicked out. Wait, I've never seen pottery this thin. This is the inside of it. It's shell tempered, and look how thin it is. This is obviously the outside. You can see where it, I don't know if they wrapped this with bark or cloth or skins to hold it in place while it dried, but look at the thinness of that. And there's nothing off of it. That is just unbelievable. It's as thin as China. These people were pottery masters. Also got this little piece. Look how that piece is orange. It has nothing to do with, I don't think, the firing. I think it has to do with the soil it was laying in, but that's nuts how thin that pottery is. I wanted to show you that. I'm going to do like one more screen and then I'm going to have to get out of here. I'll show you what we got over there on a wrap up. Alright, from the edge of my boat right here to about right there's where I found all of this stuff. All of it, right here, within steps of each other. There's bone in here. Look, that's a bird bone. It's hollow. Might be off a turkey. I don't know. I think that's the kind of thing they filed down and put them circular patterns in that piece I found last time. There's the jawbone. Look at all of this pottery. Look at it. It's everywhere in here. All this black stuff right here is bone. That's bone. This piece was up on higher ground. It has just come out of the midden. It didn't get down in that black stuff and get stained up like this stuff. See, you can see that's bone. That's a deer leg bone. But look at this. And one of my favorite pieces of pottery of the day. It looks like an ashtray where a cigarette would be, but it's just, they've pinched that. It's all done by hand, shaped by hand, shell tempered, Mississippian cultural period. That's the top off of a bowl. We got the Madison point live in the screen. Nice basally thin one. It's nice material. It's expertly made. It's a true bow and arrow point, but it's tip dinged like lots of them here. But the find of the afternoon is this huge drill. That's pretty awesome. I'd say it's between 4 1/4 and 4 1/2 inches long, and it's all there. It's awesome. Was right down in that stuff. It's really nice. It's tan shirt. This black up here will lighten up. It's been in that muck, and the pottery will all lighten up too. But I'll get some stuff out. We're gonna frame up some of this pottery. I'm gonna let it dry up here in this thing so that I can put it in frames when we get back. But we'll put this piece in one of them thicker raker mounts with the other piece I have like it. Put the drill in and put some of these bigger, nicer pieces of pottery. It's awesome. The shell's still in it. In like a cornfield, that'd all be dissolved away. It's because it's in within pieces of shell, it preserves it, and that's why the bone's here too, the calcium. But anyway, good day, folks. Got an end scraper this morning, that little knife, and stay tuned. There'll be, if you like digging on town dumps, there will be, I found probably 15 marbles yesterday. Nothing spectacular, but some of them they're all nice condition, and I found a few bottles too. So thanks for watching, folks. See all the coal on it there. It's called the Robert Dean Moore. Robert Dean Moore. Murray American. Beautiful barge. Later, folks. Alright, you can see that menacing looking sky. There's tornado warnings. I just had to leave pretty much. I saw this coming. It's coming. Shortly. Later. Alright, here's the frame from the last trip with the 2 ornate pieces in the middle. All shell tempered. You can see how it lightens up. This will lighten up as well. I got a bone all there in the middle by that drill today. Didn't film it, the storm was coming. Got that jaw, got all this pottery in, that huge drill in the middle. There's the Madison point up here at the top. You can see it up there in the corner. But all of this today, sorry about the glare. And I got one of these deeper Riker cases, and I got that one handle off the pot from there. Look at the similarities. That's like a smaller pot with that divot in it. It looks like an ashtray almost. Look at that. Man, 2 awesome pieces there. These are unique pieces of pottery, but all of this in a couple trips. And the drill, you know, and the awl's nice. It's a shame on that little point, but some of that pottery's nice. Some of it's engraved in here. It was down in that muck, but it'll all lighten up. Look how much that's lightened up. That's crazy how much it lightens up after it gets out of that muck. But another success, that drill's pretty awesome, and that awl there in the middle is awesome. And I've got enough to fill a whole nother frame. It's just thundering and lightning and stuff down the river, and it was raining at my parents' house. I had to go get my dog. There's tornadoes and stuff behind Marietta and like Devol and stuff. So thanks for watching, folks. Another success. All right, here's the marbles from my last upload, cleaned up. There's some dandies, and here's the ring. It's a Junior Pilot American Airlines. It's got AA and an eagle and wings on the side. It's either copper or brass, but it's a little kid's ring. It's in real nice condition. They were giving us souvenirs. Must have been for kids that flew, you know, in their planes. There's a nice alley agate. These vitros, look at this marble here is sick. It's awesome. Look at that clear base looking into that. Oh, that's a beauty. You can see it, it's all clear base. It's awesome. Here's this, you can see how much smaller this marble is than the regular size one. This one's awesome too. Look at it. It's all cobalt blue clear base, and look at that. Oh, that's nice. And the only one that was damaged was this one, and it has a chip out of it. I kept it. It's a pretty vitro. These are nice. I'm gonna head up there though. This one I didn't see has a darker strip of color right along that blue. Real nice condition. There's them two bigger cat eyes, and you can see the Marble King marbles just aren't as nice. You know, they're okay, but they're my least favorite. You know, they didn't compare to stuff like that. It's what I'm looking for. And the alley swirls from West Virginia, and just anything cool. So we'll get back up in the dump. I'm gonna go mail the giveaway stuff, and then we will be up in the woods on the next clips. Later, folks. All right, guess what? I'm in the woods. Wasn't expecting to find that many cool marbles. And you can see right there's that brick I found that has lettering on it. I found one vitreous marble up in here. And right here's where I'm digging the other marbles. Man, just right off of it. You can really get into different pockets. I'm deeper though. I'm gonna have to follow this seam all the way up the hill. And we'll just see how much stuff we can get. It's 95, but it don't feel that bad. I'm getting pretty used to this. So I'll get back on my first find. I'm sure there's gonna be some, because I'm gonna stay till I get a video. Wipe all this out and go back in all these sections. All right, I got that rock out of there. It's right there. There's a piece of concrete, and right behind it, a few rakes, I got a marble. Let me get it wiped off the green one. Hold on. Real nice condition. We're on the board right away. Not bad. Later. All right, the only thing that's bad today is the mosquitoes. They're getting me, but I got another marble. It just looks like a cat eye. Yeah, and it's got a crack in it. I can see it. It's a white cat eye with a crack. That stinks. I'm gonna take it so I don't find it again. But that one's broke. Break this right out of the wall. It's a Pepsi, and it's a West Virginia, or a Coke. Pepsi, jeez. It's just a D-Pat, but it's Wheeling, West Virginia. That's not a real common one. Wheeling WVA, and that's the right age for the good marbles. The alleys, put that in the bag. These are worth, you know, I could set up at a flea market. I'm not close from Wheeling, and they're $5 all day long, as many of them as I have. People buy them later. Oh, that's pull tab, probably from the 60s, but it's a Coca-Cola. Look at that design on it. Like, I've never seen that. I want to show you this stuff. I'll try to find a picture of one that's undug. See, it says Coke right there. And look at this. That's actually pretty nice shape for coming out of the ground. Black Label beer. Huh. Later. Man, it's hot. But a marble fell out back in there. I pulled it out here so you can see it better. I haven't wiped it off yet. Looks like some kind of cat eye. But we'll see here. Hold on. Yeah, it's two color. Hold on. Well, it's like baby blue with white, and then there's some darker shades of like a brownish color on the tips. It's got some flea bites on it, but it ain't bad. Put it in the pocket later. This is kind of a cool flask. Pierre Smirnoff. It's old vodka. See part of the paper label still on it there. I'm gonna take that. Somebody will want that. That ain't a bad find. It's worth $1 or $2 at a flea market. Got a rock to come down. I've been trying to get out there. I'm gonna roll it over the hill. Later. Well, this is a stinking shame. I know what this is. See how this has a hairy body on it? This is like the Wolfman. It's a moving monster figure, but it's all melted. That stinks. Would I like to have that? It's a shame that ain't perfect. Later. Alright, I see another marble. Smaller than average size. It's kind of like a pink colored one. Amber with pink on it. You can see it there. Nothing to brag about, but I'm finding them later. Alright, I just got a solid white marble a few minutes ago. I didn't film it, but this one looks a little better. Looks like another one of them vitros. It is. And it's Christmas colors, green, red, and white. Let me wipe it off. Yeah, that's another vitro agate. Found a bunch of them yesterday. I'll put the video at the end on the left. You just click on it to watch it, and information on the marbles. Found some alleys in here too, but you can see these are way more vibrant color than them stinking Marble Kings, which are usually pretty ugly. But I'm finding the marbles. Hopefully I can get onto some nice alley swirls later. This one rolled out of a dry layer looking almost that good. It's just a kind of an aqua blue solid one, nothing to brag about. I'm finding stuff. See, there's sunspots or whatever, I don't know, 2 of them right there. They're nice, but I doubt I take them. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm finding Pepsis, you can see them there. Some of them are nice. There's some kind of old juice container. I found a few sections of old milks. There's a mason back in there. I'll get back at you. There's a marble right there. That's a shame. That's a 1024 Dr. Pepper. Look how nice the embossing is. That one would have been great. Let's get this marble. Oh, it's a bead. It's one of them stinking beads. I'll get back at you. Alright, I just found a few melted marbles and then this popped out, so I'm getting back into concentrations of them. Again, it's a bigger cat eye. Finding the marbles, just that vitro is the best one. Alright, I stood up to get a drink. My drink's right there. Look down, there's a coin. Probably just a wheat cent. It is. I can see the 1 cent there now. Looks like it's in real nice condition. I'll be able to get a date off this right here. Hold on. Alright, I think it's 1951. But it's really nice condition. Must have been thrown away new. But I'll get back to you. Hey, here's another marble. It's a solid orange one. It's kind of nice, but nothing like some of them awesome ones yesterday. I think I need to go that way. See, it ain't bad. That's probably a solid color vitro. The color reminds me of a vitro. Yeah, there's another blue cat eye. Nothing to brag about. I'm probably gonna have to go that way. There's marbles over here, but they're not as good. I'm back. I'm finding a bunch of marbles, but just nothing spectacular. Right there's another one of them green Marble Kings. It's got rust staining all over it. I guess it's nice condition, but I don't like these Marble Kings. They're pretty bland colors, and they're not even close to the other manufacturers. The first one of these in a while. Here's a blue ball mason. Let me get it wiped off here. Hold on. Alright, I dumped the water out of it. Stuff. The lid comes right off. It can be, well, I guess it's got a hole right there. I'll have to use another one. It's got a 5, and it's a Ball Perfect Mason, kind of aqua blue. It's pretty nice. Good for free. You know, worth $5. I could sell it for $5 today. I think that's the way I need to go. I'm off the marbles up that way, but I moved down here. You know, I've just been digging right there. I'm going up in this way, and there's another yellow cat eye. I got a whole pocket full of marbles, but just nothing real great. One nice one. Man, it's hot. I'm just soaked with sweat. I got another nice coke. It's Sistersville, West Virginia. Real nice condition. I got a wheeling one down there, and now this. We'll put that right up here and I'll get it. I'm looking for marbles though. I'm not finding them. Well, I'm finding them. They're just not the ones I'm looking for. But there's another marble. Man, I got a bunch of them, but only a couple real nice ones. I guess they're all nice condition, but that's the first one I've seen for a while. Look at me. I'm just drenched with sweat. All right, I'm finding lots of marbles, and I think I just got a little better one. This might be a vitro. It is. It's like a ketchup and mustard. That's cool. Let me get it wiped off. All right, this is a Marble King. I'd call it a ketchup and mustard. It's got some weight on it too, but not as good as a vitro, but I'll take it. Yep, you can see it. Here's another one. Nice condition. Let me wipe it off a little more. See, real nice condition. I'll get back in. And I got a whole bunch of marbles today. But I'm looking for them stinking alley agates and stuff like in my last video, and I can't find none. White cat eye, real nice condition. I'm chalking them up anyway.